Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Just welcome to my channel if you are new. This Speedpaint I'm going to be digitally painting Diluc from Genshin Impact, and I'm going to be going over my painting process too. I am by no means a pro, but I figured I'll go over it just in case you're curious. So yeah, here goes. So I usually start out how I normally do, which is with a posing sketch, and it's really usually really mess of colors, and then I will do a rough like line art sketch over that, which I will do normally if the pose I'm doing is kind of complex and I need a little extra guidance. But for digital painting, it's going to be my guide, so I'll make that line art sketch. Then I'll hide my posing sketch, and yeah, instead of doing line art like I would normally, I end up making a layer under my rough line art sketch and blocking in colors, and with pretty much just a flat normal paintbrush tool. And this part's the trickiest part for me, probably. I don't know why, but I feel like I'm just like slapping color on there with no rhyme or reason in the beginning, but it really is a rhyme and reason. But once I feel like I got that layer pretty much based down, then I start adding details in accordance with my sketch, which I have on a little opacity so I can see under it, obviously. And yeah, I'll use that as a guide. And once I get to a point where I feel I don't need a sketch, I will turn it off and then paint from there. And I will turn it on if I feel like I need it, like I'm forgetting where I want to put that, or my painting is not looking right. So I'm kind of like turning it on and off a lot, and possibly even tweaking it and adding to the sketch if I'm needing even more help with my painting. So more of a guide. But yeah, now when I do paint, I do this thing where I have my base colors I had just laid down, and then I'll make a layer above that, and I'll paint my details and stuff on that layer. And then if I like it, to get to how I like, I will merge down and then create another layer and repeat. And the reason why I do this is so that if I don't like the details I added, or I'm kind of messing up, it's easier to fix when it's on a separate layer. So if I paint over my base colors on a separate layer, I can turn that layer on and off and see how I'm liking the details, the changes I made, if they're good or not, or if I just made things worse. And if I don't like it, I can either clear the whole layer, or I can just erase a little bit and not worry about affecting my base layer that I started under that. And once I get paint details to how I like it, I will merge the layer down so that's all in one layer at the end. But as I'm actually painting all details, I will create a layer above it, above my base painting, I guess you could say. Paint my details and merge down. So that's pretty much what I do throughout the whole thing. Once I get that all done, I'm pretty much doing all my lights and shadows all in the same layer too. I'm doing it all in one layer, and yeah, so once I get all that painted in and I feel like I'm gotten all my details in and stuff, I will then make a selection of my subject and create some layers above my painting layer. And these layers I'm just going to use to adjust my shadows and my light, add detail and stuff, so I will not be merging these down. And so I'll use like a multiply layer to deepen shadows or whatever, and an overlay layer to usually add some general light, and glow layer to add some sparkle or whatever. I also usually do my bounce lights on a separate layer too. And yeah, so after that I will usually make a separate layer group, because usually I put my background layers in a separate layer group, and then I'll do my background. And so my background I paint in like I normally do. It's usually whenever I do digital painting, it's usually just for a background. And yeah, so I painted my background in the back, and for this one I kind of wanted it to be very, very subtle. So it's a really messy background. I just faded it out really great. I just kind of wanted to give a fall vibe, not really add too much detail. But yeah, that's pretty much my painting process. I hope that made sense and that it wasn't too confusing. You can kind of see what I'm doing here in the Speedpaint. But yeah. Now for this particular painting, I honestly wasn't really happy with it in the end. I don't know why, but something about the face, I didn't really like it, so I ended up going back and kind of tweaking it a little bit, especially the mouth, because for some reason it was looking wrong. And I also forgot that the side bangs on the left side are a little bit longer, so I do end up changing that. So then I do end up having to fix up my or kind of redo my shadow and light layers a little bit, because obviously changing the silhouette kind of affected that. Anyway, yeah, I feel like when I digitally paint, my edges are usually either like super crisp and too jagged, or like sharp and pixely, or sometimes they're not neat. I'm not really good at doing edges for some reason. Like I said in the beginning, I'm not by no means a digital painting pro. I'm not too bad at it, I guess. I mean, I have gotten better, but yeah, so I mostly made this video, so if you're curious how I digitally paint, and also for if to get better. So if you have any tips on how to digitally paint, I would like to know them, because even though I don't actually do digital painting very often, except for backgrounds, I do enjoy doing it every now and again, and I kind of would like to be a little bit better at it. So I don't know what I'm doing wrong, and so yeah, if you have any tips or know of any like good videos or something you direct me to, I would appreciate it. But yeah, so that was, yeah, main reason for making this, just curb your curiosity if you even had any, and to get a little bit of help. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope I wasn't too confusing and all over the place. I know I'm really bad at explaining things, but yeah, so if you like this video, you can please give it a like and subscribe if you want to see more from me, and I have a Zazzle store if you want to check it out. A Zazzle store. I didn't pronounce that very well. I will put a link to it in the description, and you can follow me on Twitter if you'd like to. I have Twitter. I'm also on Anime Amino, and PG World Amino, though I'm not like the most active person on Amino, but I do post every now and again. But anyway, guys, I will see you next time. Bye.